In today's video, thoughts and feedback on the 2018 Bikini Olympia.
All by myself.
Hey guys, what's going on? This is Paul Rebella from ProPhysique.com coming to you from Las Vegas. Sorry, lost my voice. It's been a long weekend, but someone asked me to do a review of the Bikini Olympia, and I've never really done that, and I thought this year would be a good year because, you know, my goal now is to get my competitors on the Bikini Olympia stage. I'm paying very close attention to this, and so what I want to do is go over some of the things that I saw, some of the things that I thought were good, bad, otherwise, or even just give you thoughts on where I thought people should have placed. So 32 competitors, I believe, for the Bikini Olympia, so obviously all these women were amazing. Just getting to the Bikini Olympia stage is a huge honor. But we're really just going to cover kind of the first call out, and then a little bit beyond that, some of the surprises that I saw. So in the first call out, you had Romina Basualdo, or Romina Bass, Laura-Leigh Chapados, Ashley Kaltwasser, Janet Lyon, Elisa Puccini, Camille Perriat, Jennifer Ronziti, and Angelica Teixeira. So the first call out, I think, was pretty predictable. One of the people that was left out of the first call out that I thought was a bit strange was Casey Samsa. Casey had placed top 5, I think 4th at the Olympia last year, and then she had moved up a spot at the Arnold in 3rd. So it'll be interesting to find out what feedback Casey got, because we became friends this year. So I'm very curious to see why she was not in the top call out. From my vantage point, she looked great. She got 2nd a week before at the Phoenix Pro to Jen Ronziti. Jen Ronziti placed 6th at this show, so maybe Jen moving down, Casey moved down just a little bit out of that top call out, but she ended up actually in 3rd call out. So when they started moving the girls around, and if you want to watch the actual entire first call out, watch my last video. I had Ayush there, and he filmed the entire first call out really close, so really good footage. I won't be able to edit and put it in here because he has that footage. So when they got the first call out started, they immediately moved Janet, they immediately moved Angelica and Laura-Leigh to the main 3 positions. So it became pretty clear early on that it was going to be between Angelica and Laura-Leigh. They kind of centered those two, and for good reason. In my opinion, this was the best that Angelica's ever looked of the shows that I've seen her at in person. I saw her last year here, I saw her at the Arnold in Ohio, I saw her at the Arnold in Australia. This, to me, was the best physique she's ever brought. She looked a lot harder than she looked last year, I felt, but not so hard that she got moved down in the placings, which is interesting because that's what happened to Ashley Kaltwasser. Now, if you would have asked me my prediction about who was going to win the show prior to it, I would have said Ashley, based on the fact that she had won all the 3 pro shows she did this year. She looked a lot better, in my opinion, than she did a couple years ago when she won the Olympia. She brought in a very hard package, but she also still manages to carry a lot of muscle and great shape and look beautiful while getting that hard. So when she ended up in the 4-5 position at the end of prejudging, I think that probably sent a pretty clear message to the people that compete in bikini that there is such a thing as coming in too hard. We've noticed in the national shows and at the regional shows that over the last couple of years, the girls are just being harder and harder and harder. So now we're gonna have to find that line where we make sure the girls are coming in nice and hard, nice and detailed, but also have full muscle bellies. One thing that you can say across the board of the top 5 is that stage presence, amazing. Beauty, amazing. I mean, these are all beautiful women. 3rd place was Janet Lyon, who's probably my favorite bikini pro. Like, when I see her compete, I just think that is the best the division is. She's fantastic, top to bottom. She won a couple shows this year. I saw her in Australia. She got 2nd to Angelica there. So she came in, got her all-time best Olympia placing at 3rd, which was fantastic. The new competitor that I wasn't really familiar with. So the newcomer in my book was Elisa Puccini, who had an amazing season. I didn't really know her too well coming into the show, but when I saw her on stage, I understood why she was in the top 4 at the Olympia. I mean, she's beautiful, has great shape, great muscle balance. She's probably gonna be an Olympia champion before it's all said and done if she sticks with this and if she keeps moving up the ranks. I mean, she's just stunning up there. She has all the things that when I look at a bikini competitor, I can tell, like, she's got that shape in her back, she's got plenty of glute fullness, gorgeous stage presence. So when I looked at the bikini and I watched it, I really agreed with everything. Now, I haven't talked much about Laura-Leigh. Laura-Leigh, I actually saw 2 years ago at her pro debut in Toronto. That was also Emily Hayden's show in Toronto. That's why I was there. And when she came out, I knew right away that this girl was going to be a fantastic competitor. So Laura-Leigh probably also in line to become a Bikini Olympia champion. She has just great lines, amazing glutes. She's beautiful, tiny waist, fantastic stage presence. So I thought the placings were very justified. They weren't what I thought they would be if you'd have asked me. I thought Ashley would have kind of leapfrogged a few people, but I really like the direction the sport's going. I liked what was brought to the stage for a winning package, and I'm really looking forward to see what goes on in the pro shows coming up, because I have people competing in the next few months. Then we got Miami Nationals, and we get to start this all over again, and hopefully I'll be coaching here next year with a Bikini Olympian. All right, guys, have a great day, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.
All by myself.